All right, guys. We're live at the Hemet DMV.
Negative, I get traffic. Negative for 13 and 12.
What's up? So I'm listening to my scanner. Yeah, I might have to cut out if the police go on a call. But right now, there's no police calls. So I came over here and did a First Amendment audit a while back. It was on a Saturday, though. And there was really nobody here. I think like 4 people walked in the whole time I was here. So I thought I'd come out here on a Friday, weekday, and do the audit on there. Now, I believe at the end of the year, you're going to have your, what is it, United States ID card, federal ID card, to go into federal buildings. So I believe that starts at the end of this year, right? That you'll have to have the federal ID card to go into like Social Security office or somewhere like that. Yeah, I'm on the clock. I'm off the clock right now. Yeah, I'm off the clock. I know he has started my on the clock. But no, we're off the clock right now. But this is your Department of Motor Vehicles. It's a state facility, so you probably don't need a American ID card to get in there. But federal places like Social Security office or anywhere that's federal, you'll need a ID, what is it, U.S. ID card. So down here is the testing center. This is where they go for testing if you want to do a driver's test. You park right there, wait on an instructor. You can also get your vehicle inspections done right here too. Yeah, you need an ID to go in and get an ID. I was trying to listen over here. Oh, we have somebody from Finland here. Yeah, Hemet PD is pretty quiet right now. Oh, somebody just got arrested. And somebody's from Australia. Oh. Lawfully suspicious. Yeah, I didn't think there would be less freedom in Australia. Like I said, here you're going to have to get the American ID card just to go on federal buildings next year, but I figured Australia would have more freedoms. Oh, you can't do, they don't have the First Amendment there? freedom of the press and all of that. Okay, nobody has said anything yet. A lot of people are looking, but nobody's really stopped to say anything. M Star is here. M Star has rolled in. Yeah, it is getting kind of bad here in certain ways, but we still have the First Amendment, and in California, you still have Article 1, Section 2, which allows freedom of the press. Yeah, the real ID. Yeah, that's what they were telling me at the end of the year, so October. You have to have it if you want to go into like Social Security office or any federal office. You have to have a real ID card. And you can get them here at the DMV. Because when wifey and I went to get her ID card, or just California ID, they asked did she want a real ID or just a California ID. I know eventually we're going to have to get a real ID. So. But nobody's said anything yet. Everybody's just kind of looking like, oh, there's a guy. I do have my press credentials on. So, but, so, yeah, this is a public place. Now, the reason I'm not going inside is because I don't have a backup camera. That's why I'm not going inside. I don't have a backup camera, somebody behind me. So it's just me, you know what I mean? If there was 2 people or 3 people out here, I'd probably go in. But it's not good to go in when you're by yourself. You know, it's a sin to do audits. Strength in numbers, right? Is that right? That's a good acronym, right? Yeah, the First Amendment are press credentials. They are. But I have actual credentials on. I'll show you. Yeah, I can flip this around. So I have actual press credentials. But yeah, that's where Furry got arrested. It was at the DMV. This guy in this truck shaking his head like a motherfucker. He just looked at me and started shaking his head. Somebody's out at a mobile home park. A cop. I don't like doing mobile home parks for police cop watching because you almost can't get into them to do the cop watching. Like you have to park in front of somebody's mobile home or something. And Anna Ruth is here. Yeah, I don't go live a whole lot. So I do a lot of cop watching. And a lot of times it's just a short traffic stop. So I'm going to walk over here a little bit, give you guys something else to look at. Oh, they do have motorcycle parking over here. So if you come up here on your Harley Davidson, park over here. Johnny J. Slickster. Yeah, you can listen to Australian police. Hold on. Oh, he's given a driver's license number. But yeah, you can listen to the Australia police on that app, the 50 radio. Yeah. Because I was listening to him 50 radio on that app. And no, Spike Love, that's true. You are absolutely right. The only reason I wear my press credentials is kind of a slap or a rub in their face. Because I used to not wear them, and the cops would hassle me all the time. Like, you need to back up, go over there, da da da. And then I started wearing them, and the cops now just kind of leave me alone. Sometimes they give me lip, but then I'll reach down and look at my press credential, and they'll shut up. So it's kind of like a slap in their face. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just some dude. But no, I was saying, yeah, I was listening to the Australian police channel on the 50 radio app. And they were out at I guess they were at a park or something, traveling. Is one of the police officers. He was talking about the lake, like they need to move them away from the lake, is what he said. I can't do an Aussie accent, but it was something like, yeah, the 50 radio app. They have Australia on there. I was listening to him one night, and he goes, "I got to move that mite away from the lake. Get him away from the lake. They're too close to the lake, and I don't even know if they're supposed to be there." You know, I was like, so I don't know what they were talking about, but it was in Australia.
Negative.
Yeah, I was listening to the police traffic. Man. Oh, clear for one. Hold on.
Last phonetically, Robert Adam Nora, George Edward Lincoln. First to Raphael, Robert Adam, Frank Adam Edward Lincoln. 10-24-57.
Oh, he's running a license, driver's license. So nobody's really saying anything. Everybody's just kind of looking and walking by. So this might turn into nothing, but a good little live stream. Oh, I know what I was gonna talk about too. Have you guys seen the Texas sheepdog arrest video? Everybody seen that? So Pink Camera Magic, we've got some kids. Let's turn it. Pink Camera Magic said that he's been charged with disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, blocking a passageway, and assault on a peace officer. I'm wondering when he assaulted the cop. Did he assault his ears when he was screaming out in pain? I don't, because I've seen the arrest video. And I guess when you tense up because you're in extreme pain, I guess that's resisting. Anna Ruth, I know, I was like, I got uncomfortable when he started screaming. But yeah, I guess the cops have injured his shoulder and they injured his back, from what I've heard. You say his head bumped him? Probably, right? Yeah, they lifted him up. He was in extreme pain and screaming out. Yeah, I saw Blind Justice. I wasn't really able to see his arrest real well. He kind of fell over, and it was hard to see on his video, or the one I saw. It was hard to really see what happened. But as far as Jack's arrest, oh my God, man. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Because he was telling them he was in extreme pain and needed EMS, and they just picked him up by his shoulders and drug him to the car. So I foresee a lawsuit coming from that. But nobody said anything yet. And the thing is, they were saying, well, he has a gun on. He had a firearm, even though it was a plastic gun. And I'm thinking, isn't it legal to carry a firearm in Texas? Can't you open carry? In fact, Jack has an open carry license. He's carried an actual rifle before. Oh, yeah, it was most definitely retaliation. Because he was telling them he was in extreme pain and they didn't even care. They just picked him up and drug him. In fact, they said he was resisting, I think, because he pointed. I think he was pointing at Buck G. And the cop twisted his hand and said, "Stop resisting." He wasn't resisting, he just pointed. Like when I got arrested, the cop did that to me too. When I held my other arm, I held the camera in the air. And I wasn't resisting, I was just standing there. Oh, they did, lawfully suspicious. That was last year, yeah. They had well over 200 people there. The streets were lined. In fact, other cities, other towns, police departments came there to help out with patrol because the streets were packed with people carrying firearms and rifles, not rifles, but cameras, firearms and cameras. Yeah, they flooded the streets with people. So there were cameras, firearms. So nobody said anything yet. Guess I might cut this at 30 minutes. See if there's any cop traffic around. I know the police are talking on the radio, but there's nobody really doing any activity. They're just running IDs and stuff. But I don't know any of the locations. Doing a story. Real IDs you have to have them at the end of the year. He asked, was I recording the DMV? I told him, yeah, you got to have real IDs at the end of the year. That's my response today. So, yeah, or a passport. Now, I wonder what's going to happen if people don't have a real ID or a passport. Are they going to be banned from the Social Security office? Are they not going to be allowed to go in there? Or are they going to find some other way to allow them in? That's an interesting question. I've got to read more on that. I haven't read on it. I've just been listening to all the conversation. Because it was my brother-in-law who he read about it, and he said, yeah, that they were saying that you're going to have it to get in the building. I knew, but I did know that they were planning something like that. They were planning a policy where you have to have a real ID to get in certain government facilities. I know that's coming. Yeah, doesn't the real ID, I think I heard someone on the radio talking about the real ID has some type of chip in it, like a GPS chip, or maybe that's just conspiracy garble, but I was hearing someone say that they were going to put GPS chips in the real ID and they could track your movements. That might just be conspiracy theorist, but yeah, you're going to need a real ID now to fly on aircraft or a passport. I have a passport card, but I can't fly. I can just drive to Mexico or Canada. Or go on a cruise with it. Yeah, it's got a... it doesn't have a GPS. It does have a chip, though. The chip is for, like, you can scan it, I think. I think that's so you can scan it. Because, like, when I went to, on my cruise, they scanned my passport card, and it took my picture. It was weird. And then that's how they identified us to let us out of the country and back in the country. Yeah, that magnetic strip has everything. California driver's license are like that now, and they've been like that for years. The California driver's license, that black strip, is so you can slide it and it pulls up all your information. Especially when doing things at the DMV and they say slide your ID or slide your driver's license. What's up, CB? I'm just about done here. Nobody's really said anything. We've got a lot of stares, but not even employees have come out. No guard has come out. Usually the guard, at least the security guard, will come out and look. But nobody's even come out. So I guess they've probably seen stranger things. Hey, Abdul Aziz, good to see you, sir. No, Anna Ruth. They usually don't do that here. Now, if I was over by the police station, I don't know, because I did a First Amendment audit at the police station, and they came out and waved at me. I was standing at the gate where all the police cars come out, and some of the officers came out, and then they waved at me. They said, "How you doing?" I'm like, "What's up?" So, I mean, I don't know. Redlands, they watch you if you stand outside their police department. And San Bernardino will come out. I remember I did one, and I should have did it on my phone. I was trying to do it on my old camera, it's a DSLR camera, which are terrible for videos. They're great for pictures, still pictures. But I remember the sergeant, this one officer was sitting in the middle of the street watching me. I was in front of the San Bernardino Police Department. And she asked her sergeant, should I go over and talk to him, tell him to go away? And he's like, no, he's just filming. That's what he said. But she was getting ready to come over and tell me to get out of here. Yeah, right, Ronnie? Oh, that happened this morning too, Ronnie. So I had to take wifey to work. So we're sitting in front of where she was going to go in and work. She's a home care provider. And we were waiting on her boss to show up. And before her boss showed up, this lady was walking by, and I'm sitting there with my four ways going. And she said, hi. And I said, hi, good morning. My wife goes, you're not supposed to say good morning to her. Okay, you're not supposed to speak to any women. I go, what was I supposed to do? Say, get out of here? She goes, yes. See, cops are doing reports right now because the cop just did a plate to attach to the call. But they're not doing any calls or traffic stops at the moment. It is late on Friday. Trying to stay out of the sun. The sun gets in my eyes. Oh, you were in San Diego? You have to watch it there because of Abel. Yeah, Spike Love. Watch being in San Diego because you never know. Abel might come after you. The dude in the van is laughing his ass off. I think he knows what I'm doing. Traffic.
Victor 933. Lincoln 3 on a stop.
I know, Mike, but hold on.
Lincoln 3 traffic stop. 100 East Norton 8 boy. Frank Lincoln 497.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and take off. They're on a traffic stop. There's nothing going on here right now. Nobody cares. No, I was saying CCW. No, he doesn't own Able. But, you know, he's in with them. He's laid the groundwork to have the copacetic friendship with them, you know. That's why he doesn't like other cop watchers coming to his city, because they mess up what he's worked so hard to accomplish with the Wild Wild West division. Yeah, that dude's freaking crazy, man. Have you guys seen the video where he's yelling about the kitten? And like he shoves his computer chair into the wall and stuff and starts beating his head with his hands. Do you not understand? And he's beating his head. You have to watch that. I'm like, whoa, this guy's going. He does the Rain Man. Rain Man, when he starts, remember when the fire alarm went off and Rain Man was like beating his head? CCW literally does that on video. He's like beating his head and going, do you not understand? All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Let me see if I can get a cop watch for you. I think It's a traffic stop. I'm probably not going to be able to get over there in time, but we'll see. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Make sure I don't get run over here.